Casual fam, it's always a great day when you wake up to a Star Wars surprise. Right, Holly?
Especially Clone Wars.
Especially Clone Wars. So we got word this morning, waited all day until this evening to watch it. I almost slipped and just watched it on my lunch break, but I held off to do a reaction. So we are getting a Season 7 trailer, the first, what appears to be the official trailer, right? We may get more to come, but we've seen celebration footage, we've seen imagery. We kind of know what we're expecting this season, but after The Mandalorian, who knows? We could be throwing little elements in there, but, you know, we know there's going to be a lot of Mandalore, a lot of Mandos.
Probably no Baby Yodas.
Definitely not any Baby Yodas. But I'm excited to watch this thing. We're going to go ahead and do the thing, and we'll offer.
Awful.
It better not be.
No, it better not be.
We'll offer a little commentary after
and
the
it won't
fact.
be awful.
It absolutely won't be.
Well.
Well, if it is, then yeah. I guess that's what we get, but let's do it.
Soon, the galaxy will be remade.
Maul, as we expect. Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Jedi and the
Classic
Republic
Obi-Wan situation.
Yeah, surrounded. Yeah.
will die.
Creepy.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi.
A Sith plot.
It's unfortunate, though, right? I mean, like,
We must take.
He was using like a Jedi mind trick.
Why would
Hello.
anyone walk away from being a Jedi?
So
We were
quick.
trained to be keepers of the peace,
that's a great question.
not soldiers.
Not, yeah. Sadly, it became that.
Have mixed feelings about the war. Without it,
Okay.
Different
we wouldn't
perspective.
exist.
Fair point.
What the dragon?
All part of the plan.
Let's go.
Yeah, plan. Everything is about to change.
Oh.
I got
So
chills.
sad. Let's go.
Every choice made has led to this.
Girl.
Let's
Get
go. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Intense shift there.
Let's go. February 21st. Less than a month.
We're excited.
Holy cow. Oh, hey, get closer. Okay, we will. Wow, Holly, off the bat, what do you think?
I'm excited for it.
Right?
Yeah, I think that. Do you feel like
Yeah, come on.
kind of sad though because like we had
Oh,
the
yeah.
end of
Yeah.
our Star Wars trilogy and now it's the end of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I understand that we still have like Resistance and that the Mandalorian just started, but it feels like all these shows and all the movies
Yeah.
that we like have really loved for years are like
Yeah.
done.
Coming to an end, and I mean, yeah, and then we'll see what's to come after that. But yeah, it is sad, and it's sad hearing things like Mace Windu saying, "I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi," and
He
it's
was
like,
right.
yeah, he is ultimately, and we know that, but it like, and we knew that, you know, in Revenge of the Sith as well, but especially so now, it makes it even extra sad because you know what's going to happen to
Yeah.
them. You know what's going to happen to these folks. Ultimately, we know what's going to happen to most of these characters, if not all of them. And so we have an idea, you know, where this is going. Obviously, this is, I hope it leads into episode 3, like directly. I hope like it ends and we're at the Battle of Coruscant and it just kind of bleeds into
Yeah, that would be cool.
episode 3, right? So we kind of all, we know what's going to happen. We know there's going to be a lot of Mandalore, a lot of Mandalorians, and ultimately maybe the tides of the war can be turning. I don't know. But the weight of each individual character, I don't know. It just I was feeling it for each. I mean, Ahsoka, she's talking about leaving the Order, and I can't even recall who she was talking with there, but she had her reasons for leaving the Order in the Clone Wars. There was some distrust there, and she couldn't believe it. But I mean, she says we were made to be keepers of the peace. This is something that she was really grappling with even at the time, and maybe that was some discussion she'd had during the Clone Wars. It's been a long time since I've watched, but I mean, did that play a part? Were we gonna dig deeper into how she really feels about this whole thing, and could that really come into play like later on, like Jedi's as keeper of the peace? Is she rethinking what a Jedi is, just like Master Luke did and Yoda? Like all of will we continue with that story? We even see the clones having, we know they have individualistic, character and just they're way different than you would expect a clone to be, right? And they're even saying we have our own thoughts on the war. Not all of us agree. Like, we're going to hear more of that from them.
What do they say? We wouldn't be here without it.
But we wouldn't be here without the war. So, there's Anakin seems, I mean, one thing you said about the Clone Wars when we're watching is this is the same kid that turns to Darth Vader.
Oh,
like, that's
yeah.
crazy,
I did not find Anakin's character very believable in the earlier seasons of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So I think that this shows more so the Anakin that I expected to see. I expected him to start turning a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Which I understand that there's a long period of time that happens in between.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
So I think that this is more so the Anakin that I was anticipating.
And you're going to see it. You're probably going to see, dark moments. You may even see Padme kind of picking up on some of this a little bit. As much as she was denying it in Revenge of the Sith, there was a part of her that seemed to know like what was going on, right? And just denying it, really. And you may see that here. You may see Obi-Wan really, his eyes kind of opening to it as well.
Obi-Wan
seems very troubled at times in those scenes. Obviously, the Council is struggling because their ability to use the Force is diminished because they're shrouded in the dark side. Ultimately, I am interested in Maul and his thought process now. We've seen him, betrayed by the Emperor, and he's lost his brother, and ultimately in Rebels you see him seeking revenge. But there's also comic books that were intended to kind of fill in that time with Maul that we didn't think we were ever going to get here in the Clone Wars. And so are we going to see him facing Palpatine and Dooku and
we'll just have to
meeting back up with the Night Sisters on Dath? Like, there's so much here that we could talk about, and it's I love that he's kind of moderating the whole trailer, and just everything is going according to plan, and what is, I mean, we know his ultimate plan, but like, is he more aware of things than we know? That will be interesting.
It's so funny because I hear him say that in the trailer, and I think back to hearing Luke Skywalker say, this isn't going to go the way you think it is.
Yeah.
I just the way that they filmed it and the way that they recorded that, I just have to draw that parallel.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Lucasfilm makes the best trailers. Star Wars makes the best trailers. And so I expected nothing less. But yeah, like, what? And I don't know. Like I said, it's been a long time since I watched the Clone Wars, but like, how much does Maul know about Order 66, if anything? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
does he know at all, or is he just going about on his way and it just coincidentally aligned with what he needed to have happen?
I just, maybe he has alluded to it, or he has, alluded to he's aware, and I just don't recall those moments. But I'm like, how much would Palpatine have revealed, if anything? But I want to see him confront Dooku and Palpatine and the stuff that we saw in his comic book. But he ultimately, he's out there to gain power, and because he's lost power from Mandalorian. So, and then we're gonna hear from the Mandalorians, and I'm sure Bo-Katan, and will we see her lose the Darksaber, or will that be something else that we'll learn?
We
later
better
on?
See her lose it.
Well,
I don't know.
We may not see it here. She ultimately does, obviously, now that we know from the Mandalorian, right, with Moff Gideon. But like, will we see it? Does it happen now? Does it happen later? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe someone else knows. I don't. But it's going to be interesting.
We'll have to hear what everyone
Yeah, I
thinks.
can't wait to see. So, guys, I know you're excited. Obviously, you're watching the trailer, and we couldn't be more pumped to see this thing. So less than a month now, more Star Wars to snack on. Hopefully, it's a weekly release, and we'll talk about it here.
Yep.
So I enjoyed it. I know Holly did. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So
Now we're going to go watch it 5 more times.
yeah, because there's some nuggets in there. There's a young Caleb Doom, which we can't spoil for Holly right now. It'll all make sense soon.
Okay.
Once
I believe
you're
you.
almost done with the clone or the rebels.
I'm nowhere near done.
Nowhere
with
near
Clone
done with
Wars.
you're almost done with the rebels. It will all make sense soon. But
Yep.
guys, hope you enjoyed, and enjoy Clone Wars. We'll see you soon.